Let us continue understanding quadrilateral exercise 3.3. In the previous videos we have solved question number 1 to 8. Let us solve the next one, that is 9th. In the above figure, both risk and clue are parallelograms. Find the value of x. You can see this is the figure. You can see RISK is one of the parallelogram and CLUE is the other parallelogram. In this we need to find x. Find the value of angle x. So we go with one by one. We take up first risk and then we'll take the next parallelogram, that is clue. As our intention is to find just the value of x, so what we do, we go with this. As we need to find x, you can go with any way as you wish, how you feel easy to find out. As you know, the properties related to the angles, that is opposite angles are equal and adjacent angles are supplementary. Any way you can go with. So I am choosing to find this angle first, that is this is the adjacent angle, whereas again when you go with the next, this is the opposite angle. So I can find out this and later I can find out through angle sum property this angle, that is x. If you want you can find in any other way also. So let us start with, we will consider the parallelogram risk, that is RISK, where one of the angle is given to us. We will find the value of s. So let us consider parallelogram risk, where I will take up, as we know, angle K plus angle S is equal to 180 degrees. This is because of adjacent angles are supplementary, as we know this property. Adjacent angles are supplementary. So in this case we know the measure of angle K, that is 120 degree. We need to find S, that is equal to 180. So what we do is we just transpose angle S is equal to 180 minus 120, which gives you 60 degrees. So therefore we know now angle S is equal to 60 degrees. So measure of angle S we found to be 60. Then next what we do is we consider the next parallelogram, that is CLUE, clue. So let us see. Let us consider the next parallelogram clue. In this we are given with angle L, whereas we need to find angle E, because our purpose is to go with angle sum property to find x. So therefore, as we know, angle L will be equal to angle E. This is on the basis of opposite angles are equal in case of a parallelogram. We know this property very well. So therefore angle L is equal to angle E, that is equal to 70 degrees. So therefore we know that angle E is equal to 70 degrees. As we have found angle E as well as angle S, that is equal to 60 degree, let us find out now the main unknown angle, that is x. For that we need to consider triangle EOS. So according to angle sum property of triangle, we know that sum of all the angles of the triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So angle S plus angle E plus angle S plus angle O is equal to 180 degrees. As you have seen that this point we have named to be O, so therefore EOS or SOE is the triangle we have considered. Therefore angle E, as we know, is equal to 70 degrees, whereas angle S is found to be 60 and angle O is unknown, that is X is equal to 180 degrees. 60 plus 70 is 130 degrees plus X is equal to 180. As we need the value of X, we transpose the known to the other side. Minus 130 gives you 50 degrees. Therefore X is equal to 50 degrees. Next problem, 10th one. Explain how this figure is a trapezium, which of its two sides are parallel. You can see this is the figure given to us. KLMN is a quadrilateral, but we need to explain how this figure can be a trapezium. We have been given the angle measure of L, that is 80, and measure of angle M to be 100 degrees. So as you know very well, the property of the trapezium, that is opposite, one of the pair of the opposite sides are parallel to each other. But simply we can't say that these two lines are parallel to each other. We need to show how they are parallel, and you know very well about any two lines. If a transversal pass through it, the angles, the interior angles on the same side of the transversal, if they together are supplementary, then we can say that those two lines are parallel to each other. Let us see in this case, are any two lines of this figure are parallel to each other, or which of the two lines are parallel to each other? Let us find out. You can see these are the two lines given, and if I just extend this line and this also, and if we think this to be a transversal, then you can say that these two angles are given to us. Let us see what they form to be. So if you take measure of angle M and measure of angle L, so measure of angle M is 100 degrees, whereas L is equal to 80 degrees. 100 plus 80 is equal to 180 degrees. So therefore you can see that the angle sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degrees. These angles are towards one side of the transversal, or you can say one side of the non-parallel side. So therefore, because of adjacent angles on the same side of the transversal or non-parallel sides are supplementary. On this basis, we can say that MN or NM is parallel to KL. NM is parallel to KL. These two lines are parallel to each other, we can say on this basis. So therefore, as this one of the pair of the lines are parallel to each other, we can say that this figure is a trapezium on this basis. Let us see the next problem, 11th one. Find measure of angle C in figure if AB is parallel to DC. This is the given figure to us. We have already been given that AB and DC are parallel to each other, we need to find the measure of angle C. We know very well, if any two lines are parallel to each other, then a line which is intersecting at 2 points on the parallel lines, that is the transversal, and the angles formed here will be supplementary. As per this, we can write angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. What is angle C? We don't know. So, we are supposed to find the measure of angle C, but we know measure of angle B, that is equal to 120 degrees is equal to 180. This is, as we know, adjacent angles are interior angles on the same side of the transversal or non-parallel sides are supplementary. As per this, we can write this angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. We don't know what is angle C. We transpose the known one. So 180 minus 120 is equal to 60 degrees. So therefore, measure of angle C here is equal to 60 degrees, which we are supposed to find out. Let us see the next problem, 12th one. Find the measure of angle P and angle S if SP is parallel to RQ in figure. If you find measure of angle R, is there more than one method to find measure of angle P? So here we are supposed to find measure of angle P and measure of angle S. This is angle P and this is angle S, and we are given already, that is SP is parallel to RQ. As we know, if any two lines are parallel to each other, then the line cutting them is said to be the transversal, and this interior adjacent angles are supplementary. So if we see that these are the two lines, if we extend them, and this is the transversal, and here are the two angles, and these two lines are parallel to each other, we are already known here. So we did not find, it is already given. On that basis we can say that these two angles are supplementary, or they together form 180 degrees. So therefore, as per that, so what we can take up, that is angle P plus angle Q is equal to 180 degrees. This is again on the basis that adjacent angles on the same side of the transversal are non-parallel sides are supplementary. So let us find out measure of angle P. So angle P we don't know, so we know the value of angle Q, that is equal to 130 degrees is equal to 180. So as we always do, we transpose. So this is equal to 50 degrees. So therefore measure of angle P is equal to 50 degrees. On the same basis you can see again SP and RQ are the parallel lines given to us, and this becomes the transversal. So this is the transversal. So therefore angle, these two are adjacent to each other and these are on the same side of the transversal. These are the other same side, this is the other side. So therefore these two are on the same side. So therefore these two angles are said to be adjacent and supplementary. And you can see this symbol clearly shows you that measure of angle R is equal to, as given, we know that measure of angle R is equal to 90 degrees. So let us find measure of angle S as per the same property. So therefore let us find out measure of angle S plus measure of angle R is equal to 180 degrees. As we know what is the measure of angle, measure of angle R is 90 degrees. So therefore 90 is equal to 180, whereas angle S to be found. Therefore angle S is equal to 180 minus 90 gives you 90 degrees. So therefore measure of angle S is equal to 90 degrees, as we are asked to find out S, and measure of angle P is equal to 50 degrees. This we were supposed to find, but as per the given question you can see, if you find measure of angle R, is there more than one method to find measure of angle P? We found one of the way to find measure of angle P we found in this way. Let us see, is there any other method to find out measure of angle P? We found by taking SP and RQ as the parallel lines, and this becomes the transversal, and we found measure of angle P in the same way, taking up SP and RQ as the parallel lines and this as the transversal, we found measure of angle S. Now we are asked to find with the other method measure of angle P. Now as you can see, we have found measure of angle Q already is known. Measure of angle R, as we know, is equal to 90 degree, and measure of angle S, as we found just now, is also equal to 90 degrees. We need to find the measure of angle P. Of course we have found what is the measure of angle P, but the other way we are supposed to find, let us see, can we find. So as you can see, being a quadrilateral, three of the angles are known, one of the angle is unknown. Using angle sum property of the quadrilateral, we can find out measure of angle P. So according to angle sum property, we know that sum of all the angles of the quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. Therefore we have the angles, angle P, angle Q plus angle R plus angle S is equal to 360 degrees. P is unknown, whereas rest all are known. So therefore is equal to 130 plus 90 plus 90 is equal to 360 degrees. So we have 130, 90 and 90 degrees. So we are supposed to add them up. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So therefore angle P plus 310 degrees is equal to 360. As we need to find only measure of angle P, the other rest are known, so therefore P transpose we known 310 degrees, so therefore 360 minus 10 is equal to 360 minus 310 gives you 50. So therefore you can see in the other way we found the measure of angle P, which is again 50 degrees. So we found in two different ways. One by using the parallel lines, okay, taking this as adjacent angles which are supplementary of a transversal. So therefore we found the measure of angle P as 50. Now we found a measure of angle P by taking angle sum property of the quadrilateral, which gives you again measure of angle P as 50 degrees. Thank you children. With this we have finished of exercise 3.3. Thank you so much.